Hey guys, D7 here. Before I start today's video, I just want to bring up that we've reached 5,000 subscribers. Wow! In this short amount of time, in just 9 months, we've hit 5,000 of us here on this channel. I just want to say a big thanks to everyone for your support, and I hope that you have enjoyed these videos so far. I will have lots more OCG content coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for those videos. Alright, it's time to do a deck profile video on a deck that's topping events the last couple of weeks in the OCG. It's True Draco Zoodiacs. I've done videos on True Dracos and Zoodiac, so most of you should be familiar with the two teams. If you are not, make sure you go check them out. Let's jump right into the deck list then, guys. So this deck list is inspired by the decks topping OCG events the last couple of weeks. There's quite a few variants out there, but this is one of my favorites. Okay, first up with the True Dracos. This deck is focused on summoning out the new favorite OCG boss monster, Masterpiece. So you can tribute for it not just using monsters but also continuous spells and traps. Then it gets unaffected by effects of the card types which is tributed with, so that's awesome. Then during either player's turn, you can banish a continuous spell or trap from the graveyard to destroy any card on the field once per turn, as long as Masterpiece was tribute summoned. It's seriously just a really good boss monster for the deck. Honestly speaking, instead of True Draco Zoodiacs, this deck name is probably closer to Masterpiece Zoodiacs. Alright, moving on. The only other True Draco monster in the deck is Mariamune. There's no other wind monsters in the deck, so it won't be special summoning itself. Its main job is just to get an additional search with Draconic Diagram. Moving along, Zoodiacs have some new additions to the deck. Clucker is good since it forces your opponent to trigger their Drancia or Masterpieces in the mirror matches, and if they don't use it on Clucker, then you can just start off your Exceed summoning while having Clucker in the material, so that if they want to use Drancia on the Exceed monsters, then you can just remove Clucker to negate that. Ram is from Raging Tempest, but it's a new addition to the deck, especially with True Dracos, mainly for its revival effect. The combos will be shown later, so make sure you check out what Ram does. Then Marmoret is of course inside the deck. Baobabun is the new addition to the deck. It works wonders in it, though do take note that some of the True Draco Zoodiacs that I've seen on the line, some of them do use Baobabun while some of them don't, preferring to just put in more Zoodiacs. It's up to you guys, but I prefer the build with the Baobabun. And as for the hand traps, Ghost Ash and Spring Flowers is the newest hot favorite. It disrupts Zoodiac combos and it counters the Maxi. Basically two of the main things that you want to look out for in the current meta. Then Maxis and a Snow Rabbit finishes up the hand traps. Spells wise, Triple Terraforming and Draconic Diagram. Draconic Diagram triggers your combos by destroying Baobabun, and it can even destroy that Zoodiac Ram to trigger its effect. True Draco Succession's main job is to clear back rows and getting an extra advanced summon for your Masterpiece. Tanky and Triple Elemental Triangle is good for the Zoodiacs of course. Then staples are Harpy's Feather Duster and Dark Hole. Traps wise, the revival of the True King is nice just in case you get to use it. Vinity Emptiness and Imperial Order is also good in this deck. You can actually choose to use them anytime you want, since whenever you don't need their effects anymore, just get rid of them by tributing them for Masterpiece. So it's quite easy to use them and get rid of them whenever you want to. And since they are also counter traps, they are bullets for the Masterpiece effect. Okay, lastly, Eternal Nightmares is really good right now. There's too many few spell and continuous spell decks right now, so Eternal Nightmares will actually take care of all of them, and of course it's also a continuous trap, so it's just extra bullets for the Masterpiece. Extra deck is basically a flood of rank 4s as a Zoodiac deck. Tiger King is nice in the deck since it searches for Tanky, which gives you a search and a tribute material for Masterpiece. While also considering the amount of True Dracos in the meta currently, Abyss Dweller is a really good inclusion for all those grave effects. Alright, so that's the entire deck list. This is one of the builds that's topping the meta currently, so it does play out pretty consistently, I feel. Alright, first up, let's see the combos for the deck, guys. Okay, first up, I'm just going to be showing you guys the updated Zoodiac combo post Maximum Crisis, where you're using just a single Marmoret. So what you want to do is using Marmoret's mill effect, get in the Zoodiac Ram into the graveyard. Then what you'll be doing with it is that you'll be reviving it through the use of this Zoodiac Laika. So Laika's effect can bring back the Ram. Then after that, you can just go into your Drancia. Drancia can destroy the Ram. Ram will bring back another Zoodiac Marmoret, and then you can exceed again. So yep, that's the nice feel that this deck can actually give you with one Marmoret. Okay, here's a combo that you might have seen from my previous video for the Baobaboon discussion. It's using the Dragonic Diagram together with Baobaboon. So what can you do with that? The combo is pretty much similar to the video that I showed you guys earlier on, just that there's a slight difference since in this one it's specifically built to actually bring out the masterpiece. So you'll be doing some stuff slightly differently, like for example, you will actually be going into Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King. You will bring out your Tanky, then Tanky can just give you more searches. Then after that, Laika can revive something for you to tribute with, and you tribute the monster and Tanky for your masterpiece. Alright, so this last combo is just a slight variance on the previous one, just in case you don't have the Marmoret in hand to actually mill out that ram. What you had is a, say, Elemental Triangle for example. Well, the combo still turns out to be pretty much the same just because you can use Broad Bull, okay, to search out that ram to hand. Then I'm sure you guys can know what happens from here. You're using Dragonic Diagram to actually destroy the ram from hand. Ram will still revive your Marmoret. You can go into Tiger King, search for your Tanky. Then after that, go into Laika. Laika will actually revive a monster for masterpiece. Then you tribute that new monster and Tanky to bring out masterpiece. So yep. Alright, first gameplay clip I have for you guys, and well, it's somewhat using that first Zoodiac combo I showed you guys earlier on. You'll be using that single Marmoret to mill in the ram, then you can build up your full combo from there. Just that, well, since you have a full hand of cards, you will hopefully have something, for example, like that Terraforming, so that you can actually go into Dragonic Diagram to actually destroy that ram, so you just don't use up your Dransia material. Then, yeah, you can still build up that nice full field of monsters, so even though you've used your normal summon, that true Draco succession in your hand will actually be able to let you summon once more, and then you can just, well, summon using, say, for example, the Tiger King. If you don't use it anymore, then yeah, just use it for the tribute instead. Then, well, we'll be going on from here. One nice thing to use here, you see, is this Ghost Ash Spring Flowers. It's a really good card to use, even say, it's not just against Surge effect, guys. It's actually against draw effects too. So what that Solar Recharge was used earlier on, it just outright negates it. So it's nuts in this situation. It was just a one card against two. So yeah, that's how you'll hopefully want to use the new Hand Trap card. It's seriously being used by everyone here. So okay, let's end of this video here. We're just going to be building a nice big board of, you know, all filled with monsters and lots of cards in hand. You can see I'm just ahead in so much advantage. Then you can attack your full board. I even have two masterpieces which are both immune to spell and monster effects. So yep, this is the really big board the deck can build, guys. Alright, then this is going to be somewhat of a mirror match where I'm actually using the Mariamune. So using Mariamune's effect, you'll be using it via the Dragonic Diagram. That gives you, in a sense, two searches. Dragonic Diagram will search for that true Draco succession, while then your Mariamune will search out your masterpiece. So that's how the combo will go out from there. Then following that, just go on with your full Zoodiac combo. You can see if you choose to, you can even use the Elemental Triangle to destroy that Dragonic Diagram. Then that gives you that extra tribute material using the Elemental Triangle for that masterpiece tribute. Well, there's a slight issue here though. The opponent is actually playing Kaiju Zoodiac, so well, the masterpiece got Kaiju away. My Zoodiacs actually got Chalice, but well, it's still possible to actually carry on with this deck here. You can see here, just because lucky enough, I drew into another Dragonic Diagram. Well, you can see the deck actually mills quite a lot. It uses a lot of cards fast and does a lot of searching. So your deck size gets reduced a lot. So then you can carry on with your combos here. One of the good things of this deck is that even though you can get hit by cards like, say, Dimensional Barrier, well, it doesn't really change much for this deck since there's the option of going into the true Draco side with Masterpiece. So using that Masterpiece, well, it's not afraid of anything that Dimensional Barrier can actually call out. So that's one of the good things of this deck. So, well, can just carry on with the combos from here, even though the opponent has another Dimensional Barrier for some reason. Well, you can just continue building the field and bring out that second masterpiece, tributing away your Baobaboon and, well, a back row. So yep, and then just go for the win with big monsters. Sometimes though, you can go up decks that you don't really expect. For example, I actually played this Dark Magician guy where he was using Secret Village of the Spellcasters. So there was a slight problem there. I couldn't use my Draconic diagram and I couldn't start off my combos. By right, luckily enough, I drew into a Zoodiac and then I could go into the combo for Zoodiacs from there, but nope, skill drain, so that doesn't work out. And then following that, I still got hit by Magician Navigation, then using that Dark Magical Circle, my Imperial Order got banished, so I can't even use that to negate off the Spellcaster Village and also the Dark Magical Circle. Eternal Nightmare also got hit by Navigation, so yep, couldn't do anything here. Then I had a pretty much got countered all over the place. I couldn't use spells, my monsters got negated, then yep, then that's GG from there. Alright, the last video I have for you guys, and as usual I'm trying to put the one with the best replay. So you can see here, this is gonna be the combo which I showed you guys earlier on with Draconic Diagram together with Baobaboon. So using that, you'll be hopefully building up a nice field, just that, well, there's gonna be a problem here. There's skill drain. Again, I got hit by another skill drain deck. So I decided to just start all my combos from there. But something good here is I actually have that Eternal Nightmare, so it actually turned out to be one of the main counter cards against, say, a BES deck. Because of all the face up spells and traps all over there, you can actually clear out all the few spell, clear out the skill drain, and clear out all the boss rushes. Then yeah, you are pretty much safe there. And you can see over here, I can even tribute it after that for Masterpiece, which was immune to trap effects, so I couldn't even get hit by that torrential tribute. So then using Masterpiece, clear up that torrential tribute, and I could go into the full Zoodiac combos just from there. So yeah, it's really pretty crazy. And don't forget guys, since I've used up my first normal summon to bring out the first Masterpiece, but guess what? I actually have True Draco Succession, since I actually could search it out. So yep, then just go into a second Masterpiece using all the various combos that you guys know by now, tributing away your stuff using the Ram and the Drancia combo. You can do extra Exceed Summon. Then your Tiger King can even bring out another Momoret if the deck has it. Then you can tribute both of them to bring out your second Masterpiece and just flood the field guys, and then that's your OTK just right there. And that's how the deck plays out guys. And that's the True Draco Zoodiac deck. There's a few variants of the deck right now, so it's still taking some time to stabilize. We'll see what's the final build in probably a while more. But the one concentrating on just bringing out Masterpiece really looks to be working out. So what do you guys think of the deck? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching guys. This is D-Summon, signing out.